The DC Universe has really been keeping us on our toes lately. You might be thinking about upcoming movies like Batman Brave and the Bold or Superman Legacy, but guess what? There's a whole lot more in store than you expected. We've got a bunch of surprise movies coming in 2025, 2026, and beyond. So, get ready, because we're about to dive into all the exciting details for you. Superman, July 11, 2025. The highly anticipated film, previously titled Superman Legacy, is now simply called Superman and will hit theaters globally on July 11, 2025. This movie marks the start of a new era in the DC Universe and is both written and directed by James Gunn. The story will explore Superman's struggle to balance his Kryptonian heritage with his human upbringing. "This is really the start of the DCU," said Peter Safran, according to Deadline. "It's not an origin story, it focuses on Superman balancing his Kryptonian heritage with his human upbringing. He is the embodiment of truth, justice, and the American way. He's kindness in a world that thinks of kindness as old-fashioned." David Corenswit will star as Clark Kent, with Rachel Brosnahan playing Lois Lane. Other heroes joining the cast include Nathan Fillion as Green Lantern Guy Gardner, Eddie Cathegi as Mr. Terrific, and Isabel Merced as Hawkgirl. Skylar Gisondo will portray Jimmy Olsen, and Anthony Carrigan will take on the role of Metamorpho. Filming for Superman is underway, and a first look at Corenswit in costume has been released, showing him against a backdrop of some kind of asteroid. Additionally, new set photos and videos reveal the DC Universe's version of the Daily Planet. Production is set to wrap in July, and although no cast members were seen in the recent set images, it's likely they were filming inside the Daily Planet building. The iconic Daily Planet globe hasn't been shown yet, but it may be added later using CGI for exterior shots. James Gunn appears to be emphasizing the Daily Planet's significance in this reboot. Although Superman won't be an origin story, it will highlight Clark Kent's early days as a superhero and a journalist. This brings major characters like Lois Lane, Jimmy Olsen, and Perry White into the spotlight, showcasing Clark's work life. The film will also introduce some new supporting characters to the cinematic lore, including Cat Grant and Ron Troop, who are making their debut. Daily Planet sports reporter Steve Lombard will also feature in the movie. This will be the first live-action Superman film to include all these characters together: Clark, Lois, Jimmy, Perry, Cat, Ron, and Steve. As filming progresses, it will be exciting to see more glimpses of the Daily Planet and how these characters fit into the broader DC Universe storyline. With the movie nearing the end of production, fans eagerly await more details on how these beloved characters will shape the future of the franchise. Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, June 26, 2026. Supergirl may not be as widely recognized as some other DC superheroes, but her upcoming film, Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, aims to give her the spotlight she deserves. This movie marks a significant opportunity for the character, following previous attempts that didn't quite hit the mark, like the 1984 critical flop and the CW series geared towards television audiences. Directed by James Gunn and set to release on June 26, 2026, Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow promises to redefine the character within the DC Universe's Chapter 1. The casting of Millie Alcock as Supergirl was confirmed by Gunn himself on January 29, 2024, generating excitement due to her suitability for the role. Anna Nogueira, acclaimed for her writing, has penned the screenplay, promising a fresh and compelling take on Kara Zor-El's journey. Gunn has hinted at a narrative that diverges from the typical Supergirl story, focusing on her upbringing on Krypton and the tragedies she witnessed before coming to Earth. This darker origin sets the stage for a more intense exploration of Supergirl's character, as Gunn aims to differentiate her from Superman, emphasizing her unique experiences and challenges. Drawing inspiration from Tom King's comic book storyline of the same name, Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow is expected to delve into themes of vengeance and justice as Supergirl encounters an alien girl seeking retribution for her destroyed planet. And true to Gunn's style, the inclusion of Krypto the dog adds a touch of whimsy amidst the narrative depth. While it's unlikely that Superman will appear in this installment, Gunn's mention of the Man of Steel suggests thematic parallels and contrasts that will enrich Supergirl's journey. Whether they share the screen or not, The film promises to explore intriguing dynamics between the two iconic characters, showcasing their distinct paths and perspectives. The Batman 2, October 2, 2026. The much-anticipated sequel to Matt Reeves' The Batman is set for release on October 2, 2026. Returning to write and direct, Reeves will once again helm the dark and gritty world of Gotham City, with Robert Pattinson reprising his role as the Caped Crusader. While specifics about the plot remain under wraps, the sequel promises to delve deeper into Batman's complex universe. Recent reports suggest a focus on expanding the Rogues Gallery, with discussions underway for standalone movies featuring villains like Professor Pig, Clayface, and Scarecrow. Despite the evolving landscape at DC, The Batman 2 is secure in its production plans. It will continue to exist independently within what's now dubbed the DC Elseworlds universe, distinct from other DC films. Following its initial delay, fans can expect the Joker to play a significant role in the sequel after his brief appearance in The Batman. The character's portrayal by Barry Cohen hints at a darker and more unsettling interpretation, fitting the tone set by Reeves. Additionally, speculation points towards the Court of Owls emerging as a central antagonist in The Batman 2. This shadowy organization, rooted in corruption and intrigue, could pose a formidable challenge to Gotham's Dark Knight in the wake of the Riddler's havoc. Expanding on the Batman universe, Warner has also announced spin-off shows. These include a Penguin-focused series starring Colin Farrell, which explores Oswald Cobblepot's rise in Gotham's criminal underworld. Discussions for a Catwoman spin-off are ongoing, driven by Zoe Kravitz's acclaimed performance in the role. The Brave and the Bold, TBC. The Brave and the Bold promises a fresh take on Batman, focusing on the dynamic between the Dark Knight and his son, Damian Wayne, as Robin. Directed by Andy Muschietti, this film marks a departure from recent Batman adaptations, offering a unique narrative inspired by Grant Morrison's acclaimed Batman comics. Set apart from Robert Pattinson's Batman in the Matt Reeves universe, The Brave and the Bold explores a father-son relationship steeped in the complexities of crime fighting and family bonds. Andy Muschietti's vision aims to delve into uncharted territory for Batman fans, drawing inspiration from Morrison's run that redefined the Caped Crusader in the comics. While casting details are still under wraps, the film promises a fresh perspective on Batman and Robin, distinct from previous cinematic interpretations. Muschietti's direction hints at a storyline that delves into both characters' growth and challenges, blending action with emotional depth. As The Brave and the Bold continues to develop, anticipation grows for a cinematic journey that explores the enduring legacy of Batman and introduces Damian Wayne's pivotal role in Gotham City's crime-fighting saga. Stay tuned for updates on casting and production as DC expands its universe with this exciting new chapter. Swamp Thing, TBC. DC's upcoming horror-inspired film Swamp Thing is currently in the early stages of development under DC Studios. Originally created in 1971 for DC Comics' House of Secrets No. 92, Swamp Thing has become a significant figure in DC's roster of horror characters, alongside others like Deadman, Zatanna, and John Constantine from the Justice League Dark. The character of Swamp Thing, often associated with the elemental force known as the Green, has been portrayed by various actors in live-action adaptations. These include the 1982 film directed by Wes Craven and subsequent TV shows in 1990 and 2019, each exploring different facets of the character's origins and powers. Announced as part of DCU's first chapter titled Gods and Monsters by James Gunn in January 2023, Swamp Thing is described as having a tonal distinction from other DCU projects while still contributing to the overarching narrative. Positioned as the darkest installment in this phase, Swamp Thing's narrative aligns with the thematic elements implied by the title Gods and Monsters. Director James Mangold, known for his work on films like Walk the Line and Logan, was confirmed to helm Swamp Thing shortly after the announcement. Mangold expressed his intent to treat Swamp Thing as a standalone film rather than a franchise installment, emphasizing a horror noir approach that delves into the titular monster's quest to reclaim his lost memories. As of mid-2024, Swamp Thing remains in the early stages of development, with Mangold actively involved in shaping the script. His approach suggests that the film will explore Swamp Thing's origins, particularly focusing on Alec Holland's transformation and the existential questions that arise from his monstrous form. With little revealed about the plot beyond Mangold's insights, Swamp Thing promises to offer a fresh perspective on the character's lore, blending horror elements with philosophical dilemmas. As development progresses, fans eagerly anticipate more details about this intriguing addition to the DC Universe slate. The Authority, TBC. Announced by James Gunn on January 31, 2023, The Authority is set to be part of DCU's Chapter 1, titled Gods and Monsters. Unlike traditional superhero teams, The Authority employs extreme methods to safeguard the world, drawing parallels to Amazon Prime Video's The Boys. With no confirmed writer or director yet, James Gunn has hinted at connections between The Authority and other DCU projects, including the Superman movie. The Authority, originating from Wildstorm under DC Comics, debuted in 1999 under the creative team of Warren Ellis and Brian Hitch. It emerged from Stormwatch, embracing a more radical approach to global protection. Unlike the UN-controlled Stormwatch, The Authority operates independently, answering only to their own moral compass. While The Authority's stories often unfolded outside the main DC universe, recent reboots like The New 52 and DC Rebirth have integrated these characters more closely with DC's iconic heroes. Notably, the team's base, the Carrier, is an interdimensional vehicle with sentient capabilities akin to a character in itself, a concept akin to Gunn's imaginative storytelling seen in Guardians of the Galaxy. The original lineup includes Jenny Sparks, who controls electricity and is immortal, Midnighter, a super soldier akin to Batman, Swift, endowed with winged flight, the Doctor, a mystical practitioner similar to Doctor Strange, the Engineer, a shape-shifting cyborg, and Jack Hawksmoor, attuned to urban environments. Their abilities and dynamics promise a fresh, unconventional take on superhero team dynamics. The Authority movie represents a bold move for DCU, focusing on lesser-known characters to carve a unique identity amidst its cinematic universe. With potential ties to Superman and other upcoming DC films, The Authority could serve as a pivotal exploration of anti-hero themes and alternative superhero narratives within the expanding DCU landscape. Teen Titans, TBC. DC Studios is venturing into the realm of Teen Titans with an upcoming big-screen adaptation, spearheaded by acclaimed writer Ana Nogueira, known for her work on Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow. While specific casting details are sparse, the project has already piqued interest among comic book fans, eager to see this beloved team brought to life. Renowned filmmaker Paul Thomas Anderson has expressed a keen interest in directing a Teen Titans movie. During an AMA on Twitter in January 2018, Anderson mentioned that if given a chance to direct a film for his children, he would choose Teen Titans. His interest underscores the potential for the DCU to attract top-tier talent to its projects. With that being said, while we don't know the exact lineup of DC heroes set to appear in the Teen Titans movie, there are strong indications of potential characters. The DCU's Batman reboot, The Brave and the Bold, will reintroduce Robin to the big screen, this time Damian Wayne, Batman's son and a recent leader of the Teen Titans in the comics. This connection sets Damian up as a likely inclusion in the Teen Titans team. Impulse would be another valuable addition to the Teen Titans, bringing his speedster abilities and lively personality, which contrast well with Damian's somber demeanor. This dynamic could add depth to the team dynamics, balancing seriousness with levity. Furthermore, Superboy could expand the DCU's Superman family within the Teen Titans. Given the development of Superman's corner in the DCU, including Clark Kent and Kara Danvers, Connor Kent's Superboy would bring exciting powers and a brash attitude to the team, potentially leading to unexpected twists and turns. Xolo Maridueña's portrayal of Jamie Reyes has been well received, despite the character's standalone film not materializing as initially planned. Maridueña's charisma and performance make him a natural fit for the Teen Titans, suggesting he could potentially appear in the team project rather than in a standalone sequel for Blue Beetle. Now, there are a few more characters who might potentially appear in the Teen Titans movie. Given the expansive history of the Teen Titans team, it's important to consider some key members who could add depth and richness to the DCU's portrayal of this iconic superhero ensemble. Firstly, Wally West emerges as a strong candidate due to his close ties with the original Robin, Dick Grayson, and his founding role in the Teen Titans. As Barry Allen is expected to be introduced later in the DCU timeline, Wally West could step in as the Flash, bringing his own brand of speedster heroics to the team. Cyborg, despite his limited appearance in the DCEU, remains integral to the Teen Titans. Known for his deep connections within the team and his pivotal role as a core member, Cyborg's inclusion in the Teen Titans movie could help distinguish the DCU's portrayal from its predecessor, highlighting his journey from the Titans to the Justice League. Beast Boy, with his unique ability to transform into any animal, has been a fan-favorite member of the Teen Titans since the iconic New Teen Titans comics in the 1980s and the animated series in the 2000s. His powers, which were explored in the DC series Titans, could truly shine on the big screen, showcasing the full potential of his abilities within the DCU. Raven, another essential member, brings a crucial empathic power set to the team. Her internal struggles with her demon father Trigon could serve as a compelling storyline for the DCU's Teen Titans movie, aligning with the mythological themes of Chapter 1 Gods and Monsters, while also developing Raven's character arc as she finds solace among her fellow Teen Titans. And of course, Dick Grayson, the original Robin and a seasoned leader within the Teen Titans, could mentor the younger heroes as Nightwing. His experience and leadership would be invaluable in guiding the team, setting the stage for the emergence of the DCU's Titans team, which plays a pivotal role in Earth's defense. Aquaman 3 TBC. Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom's director James Wan has hinted at the possibility of continuing Aquaman's story beyond the upcoming film, suggesting that Aquaman 3 could be on the cards despite earlier indications that the movie marks the end of the DCEU. Wan's recent comments at a trailer screening event and in an interview with Entertainment Weekly shed light on the potential direction and themes for a third installment. At a screening event attended by Screen Rant, Wan indicated that Aquaman's journey, particularly Jason Momoa's portrayal, has more narrative ground to cover. He emphasized that the conclusion of Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom sets up future adventures for the character, teasing that the Jason Momoa story as Aquaman has more places to go. This suggests that while Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom might conclude one phase of Aquaman's story, there are further developments and challenges awaiting him. In his conversation with Entertainment Weekly, Wan expanded on the potential themes and character arcs that could be explored in Aquaman 3. He highlighted Arthur Curry's growth from a wanderer to someone with a clearer purpose in the second film, and expressed his interest in delving deeper into character development in the third installment. Wan emphasized that the groundwork laid in the second film provides a solid foundation for exploring Aquaman's personal journey and the challenges he faces. One potential storyline that could feature prominently in Aquaman 3 revolves around Black Manta, who appears set to target Arthur Curry's family in Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. The film's trailer suggests a tense and potentially tragic confrontation between Aquaman and his nemesis, which could lead to significant consequences. In the comics, Black Manta's actions result in the death of Aquaman's son, a storyline that could be adapted for the cinematic universe. This tragic event would align with Wan's hint about the film's conclusion setting up something bigger, providing a powerful narrative arc for Arthur Curry to navigate. Constantine 2 TBC. Constantine 2 is reportedly in development at Warner Brothers, with Keanu Reeves set to reprise his role as John Constantine, the occult detective. The sequel has seen significant hurdles, including delays due to a writer's strike and complications with regaining control of the character rights. However, director Francis Lawrence, along with Reeves and screenwriter Akiva Goldsman, have been actively working on the project, aiming to deliver a true continuation of Constantine's story. Francis Lawrence confirmed that they have navigated past obstacles and now have control over the character, signaling progress toward bringing Constantine 2 to fruition. The team has been hashing out the story and is focused on creating a script that aligns with Reeves' vision for a character-driven narrative rather than relying heavily on special effects. Producer Lorenzo di Bonaventura expressed optimism about the sequel moving forward, highlighting Constantine's unique appeal as a character who stands apart from traditional superhero narratives. With Akiva Goldsman now tasked with writing the screenplay, the project is poised to advance, though it will need to meet the high standard set by James Gunn for DC's Elseworlds projects, such as The Batman and Joker. Keanu Reeves remains committed to reprising his role, having expressed his enthusiasm for returning to the character of John Constantine in numerous interviews. Peter Stormare, who portrayed Lucifer in the original film, is also likely to return, adding to the anticipation surrounding the sequel's cast. While specifics on the release date are unclear, given the extensive work ahead in writing, pre-production, filming, and post-production phases, Constantine 2 is not expected to hit theaters before 2026. And that's that for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Your suggestions for future videos are always welcome in the comments below.